Před námi je další epizoda Mass Effectu 2, takže vítejte u ní a uvidíme, co nás dneska čeká. Minule se nám vlastně podařilo naverbovat do party hnedka 2 nový členy, ačkoliv Tali už známe z Mass Effectu 1. Ale ještě jsme nehovořili jakoby soukromně, jeden na jednoho, s tou Samarou, kterou jsme minule získali do týmu jako poslední. Takže právě tím bychom mohli začít. Kromě toho, že se taky podíváme na nějaký nový vylepšení. Začíná jich přibývat a bylo by dobré je tady zakoupit. Třeba tady poškození těžkou pistolí. 30% poškození navíc, to je vynikající. Toto vylepšení upravuje generátor efektu hmoty zbraně tak, že navyšuje hmotu i zrychlení každé střely. A to určitě nebude všechno. Jo. Kritický zásah někdy působí 2x vyšší poškození. Vědci na Normandii vyvinuli prototyp úpravy tradičního zaměřovacího modulu, který se běžně montuje do kvalitních zbraní. Tato technologie se obvykle používá při zaměřování ke kompenzaci větru a zpětného rázu zbraně. Byla však upravená, aby mírně vychylovala náboje tak, aby zasáhly životně důležitější část těla nepřítele. Jo, třeba hlavu, pokud nějakou má. A potom tady máme ještě poškození útočnou puškou, 40% navíc už. Tato technologie posiluje generátor pole efektu hmoty zbraně a tím zvyšuje i hmotu a rychlost každé střely. Je to víceméně pořád stejné. No a ještě nám tu chybí přesnost útoční pušky. Týmový bonus výrazně zvyšuje přesnost útočných a bitevních pušek, no teda. Malý zaměřovací modul dokáže kompenzovat drobné pohyby zásobníků střel a faktory počasí i prostředí. Při střelbě na cíl v zuřícím orkánu budete mít stejný pocit jako za pěkného počasí na střelnici. No vydá, no. Až na to, že my se k orkánu nikdy nedostaneme, ale to nevadí. Ten pocit, ten se nestratí. Chytrý zaměřovací systém nezaručuje, že střela automaticky trefí svůj cíl, kdykoliv zatáhnete za spoušť, ale slibuje střelci jednodušší zaměřování. OK, tak toho bylo opravdu hodně. A ještě tu máme nějaké vylepšení lodi. Jo, to nám minule doporučila Tali. Loď byla vybavena systémem rychle kmitajících kinetických polí, využívajících technologii cyklonických bariér. No, díky této technologii by měla loď ustát i takovou palbu, která zničila první Normandii. Tak to se může hodit. Ono to možná vypadá, že tyhle ty vylepšení lodi, jako děla nebo tyhle ty štíty, že to nemá žádný jakože praktický účinek, žádný efekt. Ale ono to v jeden moment svůj význam mít bude a ten bude naprosto zásadní. Ještě je na to ale čas. Každopádně máme tady o tom nějakou zprávu v kodexu.
The Systems Alliance Space follow Cyclonic Barrier Technology, CBT, attempts to solve the higher-end limitations of traditional kinetic barriers. Traditional barriers cannot block high-level kinetic energy such as disruptor torpedoes because torpedo mass effect fields add mass. The CBT violently slaps aside rather than halting incoming linear force. By rotationally firing their mass effect field projectors, ships create rapidly oscillating kinetic barriers instead of static ones. Shooting through the CBT is like trying to shoot at a target inside a spinning ball. Significant drawbacks to current CBT configuration prevent its use on anything other than frigates and fighters. Its many high-frequency sensors and emitters require frequent maintenance and replacement. A partially damaged CBT can endanger its operator, who is surrounded by rotating mass effect fields skewing in unpredictable directions. However, if an emitter is damaged, the CBT becomes a traditional shield array, making it effective during opening volleys.
Koukám, že s tím možná víc problémů než užitku, no ale nám se to bude hodit. Ještě, že nejsme technikem tady na té lodi, to bychom měli takový práce navíc. zajdeme za Jokerem.
So, Commander, even your Asari are trained killers? Get everyone at the same store or something?
Hele, náhodou, to není tak špatný. A ta předchozí Liara to vlastně... Ona nebyla zabijákem. Liara je v podstatě vědec. Sice je v boji úžasná, díky tomu, že alespoň teda v Mass Effectu 1 měla nejvyšší biotické schopnosti v týmu, ale vyloženě jako zabiják trénována nebyla, to rozhodně ne. Což ale neplatí právě pro tu Samaru, takže jsem zvědavý, co dokáže.
Commander, you might want to speak with Taliin. She seems very worried about something.
A jej, že bych cítil osobní úkol.
There is nothing more absolute than the oath of an Asari Justicar. You did well getting Samara on our side. She is so elegant and gorgeous. Too bad her manner is just so cold.
Ale to moje taky. Jsme chladný jako psí čumák.
I didn't recruit her for her looks. The Normandy already has you, Kelly.
You are just too sweet. Oh, what's up?
Doufám, že nevěříš tomu, co ti říkám. Ale vždycky prostě mám na paměti jedno. Rybičky. Ale nemáme tu žádnou novou zprávu, no teda. Tak to můžeme rovnou za Taliin.
Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I may need your help. I just received a message from the migrant fleet. The Admiralty Board has accused me of treason. I'm scared, Shepard.
Nekecej, teda s tebou to začíná jít z kopce. Tak velezrada, jo? To zní dost drsně.
Is it because you're working with Cerberus?
I'm not working with Cerberus. I'm working with you. And I got leave to serve on the Normandy again. I have no idea what they're accusing me of. You'd think I would remember if I betrayed the fleet.
Určitě. Třeba to s tou pamětí nebude tak dobrý.
Nobody who knows you could believe you'd betray your people, Tali.
I don't know. They don't lay charges like this unless the evidence seems absolute. But thanks. I appreciate your faith in me, Shepard.
No jo, no, tak to je velká věc, ale co to teda znamená? Že se ta jejich slavná flotila pokusí nás napadnout, nebo co?
What happens when a Quarian is accused of treason?
There's a hearing, with members of the Admiralty Board acting as judges. My father is an admiral on the board. He'll have to recuse himself from judgment. I can't even imagine what he's thinking right now. The punishment for treason is exile. If they convict me, I can never go back.
Vyhoštění? No tak to ještě není tak hrozný. Já si říkal, že to bude trest smrti, když oni na to tak strašně dají. Ale no tak když na to přijde, tak prostě půjdeš bydlet někam jinam, třeba sem k nám.
So you have no idea why they're accusing you?
None. The specifics of charges like this are rarely discussed on open channels. I won't know any more until I get to the flotilla.
So how does the trial work? How soon do we need to get you there?
They'll wait a reasonable period of time for me to come and defend myself. Eventually, if I don't show up, they'll try me in absentia. As for how it works, it's less formal than an Earth trial or something you'd see on the Citadel. We're a family. This is just the worst kind of family meeting.
How often is someone from the fleet charged with treason?
It's rare. It must be something that affects the entire flotilla, not just one ship. The most recent one was Anora Vanya Vasilani, an engineer who handed over fleet defense schematics to the Batarians. She had good intentions, The Batarians were contracted to upgrade our systems, but they passed the defense schematics to a pirate gang.
Was she convicted?
No. She made a suicide run on the pirate gang. She destroyed them before they could attack the fleet. She was pardoned posthumously. Let's hope I don't have to prove my innocence that way.
No, tak alespoň to napravila tu svoji chybu. Jako důvěřovat Batariánům? Vážně?
What happens if you're convicted?
Like I said, exile. The specifics are up to the judges. If it's deemed only a tragic mistake in judgment, the guilty party might receive a small ship and supplies. Not that it really matters. Either way, if I'm convicted, I'll never see the migrant fleet again.
So, no prison and no death penalty?
We don't have the spare resources for long-term incarceration. Monitored work detail is more effective. And we don't have enough people to afford executions. An exile can still have children, and those children are welcomed back to the fleet.
No jo, no, tak to vypadá jako velice zásadní věc. No tak jasně, konec konců u Kvarianského soudu jsme ještě nebyli. Zkusíme to.
Okay, let's go find the flotilla.
I was going to book passage on another ship. I didn't think there would be time for you to help. Thank you, Shepard. I'll program the Normandy with the flotilla's current location. The admirals will be waiting for us.
Tak na tohle jsem zvědavej. A taky máme nějaký nový záznamy v kodexu od jejich srandovní flotile. Je to jako lítající cirkus. Migrační flotila sestává přibližně z 50 000 vesmírných lodí, na níž žije přes 17 milionů Kvarianů. Flotila je tak největším seskupením vesmírných plavidel v galaxii a kde by měly všechny její lodě cestovat přes hmotový vysílač, trvalo by to celé dny. Lodě se neustále opravují, nahrazují a vlepšují, aby na nich mohlo pohodlně přibývat co nejvíce Kvarianů. Lodě mají v rámci flotily obvykle specializované funkce, například ohromné zemědělské lodě života, štíty chráněné laboratorní lodě, nebo upravené dopravníky známé jako domácí lodě, na níž žijí kvarianské děti, mladí rodiče a učitelé. Jo, prostě kvarianská školka. Zaměstnaní Kvariané obvykle žijí na lodi, na které pracují, neboť cesty za prací by představovaly plýtvání cennými surovinami. I na lodích flotily jsou Kvariané po většinu času uzavření ve svých ochranných oblecích. Jen zřídka se Kvariané setkají na takzvaných čistých lodích za účelem zdravotní prohlídky nebo rozmnožování. V takových případech se vysvleknou z obleku a jsou si dobře vědomi, že dalších několik dní budou trpět alergickými reakcemi nebo se budou léčit z infekcí, kdy se jejich oslabený imunitní systém bude snažit vyrovnat s přítomností toho druhého. No, teda to je věc. Lidi, ještě že nejsme Kvarian.
What has the new shielding done to your power grid balance?
Not much. With built-in capacitor subsystems, they have a surprisingly low draw.
Doesn't that mean the shielding boost wouldn't last long under fire?
True. They're built for hard, fast strikes, not firefights of attrition.
Jo, to už máme ty nový štíty. Tam to letí. My prostě zakoupíme ten výzkum a během pár minut vylezou technici ven na trup lodi, aby tam instalovali ty štíty. Ani o tom nevíme. Dobrá, pojďme teďka zaskočit za Samarou, to je někde tady. Tak, tady je Taliin na podpoře života. A tady máme kajuty posádky, to je normálka, žádný nový dialog. Ale tady se nám cosi otevřelo. Pozorovací paluba. No, je to tu prostorný. A celkem hodně věcí tu je, knížky a tak vůbec. To bych do ní neřekl. Ale to bude asi tím, že to není přímo jako její paluba, ale normálně prostě pozorovací. Asi místo, kde se posádka setkává a tak vůbec.
What's this area of the ship?
This is one of the ship's observation decks. They provide a sweeping outside view for off-duty personnel.
This room is a structural weakness. Any transparent material is weaker than our armor.
The elusive man predicted you would object. In combat, the observation rooms are sealed and depressurized. Sheets of ablative armor are extended to cover the windows.
No, ještě že tak. Teda to je pohled, tam to žije. Wow. To je lepší než kino. No, co to sakra je? Nějaký biotický tento nonc? Tak co takhle hodit kus? Ale to je dobrý s těma očima.
Shepard.
To se hodí třeba, když si chcete číst po tmě a nemáte zrovna lampičku.
What are your impressions of Miranda and Jacob?
Jacob is an earnest young man. Events will either forge him into a great man or utterly destroy him. Miranda is undoubtedly a hard woman. I respect her strength and determination. She carries many burdens and doesn't share them with others, as it should be.
Jo, no tak to je dobře, když to bereš takhle.
How do you think our mission is going?
Building our forces is a good strategy. However, the time to strike is coming soon.
Do you have any suggestions about using some of the resources we've gathered?
I believe I can use some of them to increase our fuel reserves so we can explore further. Shall I tell you what is required?
Show me what it would take.
Jo, takže nový vylepšení. Asi více paliva. To se může hodit.
Shepard.
How are you?
I've spent much of the last 400 years on my own. It is nice to have a colleague to chat with. I may be rusty at it, however. If you are patient, I would love to talk.
Ale jo, pokecáme, ne?
How much do you know about our mission?
I know that I've sworn an oath to follow you, and that you seek to destroy the Collectors. That is enough for me.
You don't want to know why the Collectors need to be fought?
When you live by a code that compels you to harsh action, you learn the dangers of curiosity. If I must kill a man because he has done wrong, do I really wish to know that he is a devoted father?
No, na tom možná něco bude. Ačkoliv to skoro vypadá jako takovej útěk před vlastním svědomím. Ale zase na druhou stranu, pokud si to ten oddaný otec zaslouží.
I'd like to hear more about the criminal you were chasing on Nos Astra.
I hope you will understand if I wish to avoid this topic. It is deeply tied to my code and beliefs. You might say it is personal.
No. Tak jako jasně, nemáme potřebu každýho vyslychat, ale pokud se to nějak může dotknout naší mise, tak bychom to vědět měli.
I need to know if this will impact the mission.
It will not.
Dobře.
What do you think of Cerberus?
I've heard rumors, but learned long ago to form my own impressions. There is too much room for interpretation in the opinions of others.
Why were you willing to work for Cerberus when you didn't have first-hand knowledge?
I work for you, Shepard. Our methods may be different, but our goals are not.
Na to nemám co namítnout.
I should get back to work.
No to jsme si teda úžasně pokecali, ta toho nakecá, jaký ta huba prostě mele a nezastaví se. Upřímně řečeno, čekal jsem, že to bude delší ten náš pokec, ale tak jo, no. Prostě je taková. Tak jo lidi, myslím si, že půjdeme na to. pustíme to tady. A potřebujeme pomoct Tali, pomoct Taliinovi. A Samara zatím osobní quest nemá, to přijde. Ale tak začneme tou Tali, to vypadá, že je to jako zásadnější. Navíc Tali už známe. Dobře ji známe a tak, jo. Takže tady to je migrační flotila. Ale protože je to nová oblast, tak by stalo za to nejprve prozkoumat i ty ostatní. Jo, ale moment. Musíme dotankovat, to mi nedošlo. Tak. Lepší. Jejda, to půjde rychle. V roce 354 se Gorvuk považoval za výhodný prostředek pro usmíření s krogany, protože nikdo jiný by na tak zmrzlé skále nežil. Gorvuk, technicky vzato planeta, která je schopná snad nést život, měla kolem rovníků malý zemědělský pruh a dobře izolovaný život v mořích. Do přelomu století se krogané zcela adaptovali a odchovávali stovky potomků na rodinu v rozlehlých podzemních bunkrech. Do přelomu příštího století byly nadměrným rybolovem a znečišťujícími látkami zničeny úzké pásy korálových útesů a zbylí krogané odletěli ke hvězdám, aby si našli jinou planetu, které by přinesly zkázu. Sakra, oni jsou jak kobylky. Gorvuk byl radou Citadely prohlášen za exemplární příklad toho, že kroganům nelze svěřit regulaci vlastní populace. Dnes je Gorvuk zmrzlou pustinou, domovem soukromých snah v oblasti ekologického inženýrství s cílem implementovat udržitelné postupy v oblasti zemědělského hospodářství a vodohospodářství. Tlupy kroganů a vorčů jsou neustálou hrozbou a firmy si platí žoldáky, kteří chrání jejich provozy. No, to je teda veselá planeta. Ale žádná jiná tady není. Tak zletíme ještě dál. Doufám, že nám to palivo vystačí. Bude to těsný, ale jo, mělo by. No, tady je to lepší. Tady máme dokonce 2. Dumach, domov 51 měsíců, včetně předbiotického amfielu, je běžným plynným obrem složeným z vodíku a helia s krutými větrnými bouřemi na povrchu, které dosahují rychlosti přes 1900 km v hodině. Teda, má se za to, že stejně jako jeho sesterská planeta Elohy byl Dumach přitažen gravitací hvězdy a stal se součástí této soustavy později. No, šoupneme tam tradičně jedinou sondu. I když se nám počty našich surovin pomalu tenčí, tak stále jich máme dost na to, abychom si mohli dovolit koupit vše. Tento malý vodíko-heliový plynný obr byl utvořen kolem metalického vodíkového jádra. Elohy bude v tomto roce místem vzácné astronomické události, no teda. Kometa Asaro má na své oběžné dráze 70 galaktických standardních let. Poletí tak blízko tohoto obra, až vyvolává očekávání, že bude zachycena jeho měsícem. Do systému Rahil byly vypuštěny desítky vesmírných sond z celé galaxie, aby tuto událost zaznamenali. Elohy je na ledové linii soustavy, kde se plynní obři často nevyskytují, takže se má za to, že planeta byla zachycena gravitací hvězdy a stala se součástí soustavy. Upozornění pro cestovatele. Statisticky vysoký počet tísňových signálů přichází z okolí 1 milionu kilometrů kolem Elohy. Má se za to, že v oblasti operují piráti. Osobní turistika se nedoporučuje. No tak my tam nebudeme přistávat. Už nikde. Na těch jakoby nedůležitých planetách. Jenom sonda a piráti si tam řádí dál, ale počkat. Máme jenom 40%, to není možný. Někde tady musí být další planeta. Co je tohle? Farlas. Jako jedním z trojce asteroidů utvořených kolem jádra z elementu 0 a je nejsnadněji dosažitelný pro těžbu horniny s nízkým obsahem ELA. Tento uhlíkatý asteroid obsahuje stopy po vodonosných minerálech a organickém uhlíku ve formě kerogenu. V současnosti je tento asteroid obklopen kvarianskými těžebními loděmi, které zde extrahují palivo pro flotilu. Aha. Tak oni tu jsou ještě 3 asteroidy. No tak jo. To byl jeden. Další ale nevidím. Jo, tady je. Kakabel. To je jméno. Druhý asteroid v systému, utvořený kolem jádra elementu 0, je dalším uhlíkatým asteroidem s povrchem složeným z hydratovaných materiálů, jako jsou uhličitany a jíly. Pod ledovým povrchem je voda v kapalném skupenství, obsahující několik aminokyselin. Povrch kakabelu je zbrázděn a zjizven těžebními stanicemi, na níž Kvariané, než se přesunuli dál, vytěžili maximum ELA. To znamená, že už tu asi žádné nebude, ale jsou to jiné věci. Hele, tady má ještě nějaký nevytěžený ELO. Tak jo, hodíme tam ještě jednu sondu. No, a zbývá nám poslední a už ho asi vidím. Tamhle je. Israfil, největší z ELA trojce, je uhlíkatý asteroid bohatý na křemičitany. Je domovem zhruba 40 druhů mikroorganismů ve vodě v kapalném skupenství a tvrdí se, že byl zdrojem prionové bojové biologické látky EHE, exotická humanoidní encefalopatie, použité teroristickou skupinou Totenkopf při jejich útoku na stanici Gagarin v roce 2184. Přes protesty řady členů vědecké obce že Israfil nemá dostatečnou atmosféru či evoluční historii, aby uchoval život na prionové úrovni, asteroid a těžaři ELA byli posláni do karantény, aby tak byla veřejnosti ujištěna, že aliance podniká alespoň nějaká opatření. Přestože nebyly dosud nalezeny důkazy, že EHE má původ na Israfilu nebo o jeho syntetizaci v místní laboratoři, SSV Manila a tým epidemiologů nyní dohlížejí nad lodním provozem na asteroidu. No, ať si klidně dohlížejí, my tam nejdem. Ale je pravdou, že tahleta soustava, hlavně teda ty asteroidy, jsou pro hráče, který ještě nemá dostatek ELA, dost jakoby přínosný. Teď se vrátíme zpátky, doufám, že nám to klapne. No jo. Ale jo. Dali jsme to. A jdeme na to. Migrační flotila čítající na 50 000 plavidel s více než 17 miliony Kvarianů, teda těch je největším uskupením vesmírných plavidel ve známé galaxii. Třeba, že putující Kvariané navštívili většinu osídlených světů v galaxii, na palubu kvarianských lodí vstoupilo jen málo osob z vnějšího světa. No, nevím, jestli bude o co stát, ale uvidíme. Vypadá to jako šnek, ty jejich lodě. Takže bereme s sebou Tali, tak to je jasný. Ale kdo další? Na kvarianský lodi, soud a tak vůbec. No. Když nad tím přemýšlím, možná by nebylo špatný mít s sebou Samaru. Jo, ten její kodex a Taková ta ochrana, že jo, těch hodných lidí a likvidace těch zlejch třeba by měla co říct. A i kdyby ne, tak alespoň zjistíme, jak je dobrá v boji. Bereme ji. Vytáhneme Tali, to znamená kvarianskou mechaničku. To vylepšuje zdraví, poškození, schopnosti. Jo, taková klasika. A buď z ní bude inženýr, prohloubí Taliiny technické dovednosti a prodlouží dobu trvání jejich schopností. Užitá kybernetika a posílení imunity pak vylepšuje jejich zdraví. A nebo mechanik. Dokonalá znalost taktiky zvýší Taliin o poškození zbraní. Použitá kybernetika a posílení imunity pak vylepšuje jejich zdraví. No to je stejný. Zdraví bude 20% navíc. A teď jde o to, jestli více schopností nebo více zbraně. No, viděl bych to v jejím případě spíš na ty schopnosti. Takže inženýr. Tak, paráda. Hodíme tam sondu a zbytek zatím necháme. A Samara, to tady má džastikárku, tak to vytáhneme. Taky to vylepšuje zdraví. Zbraně a schopnosti. Jo. Moudrá džastikárka. Zvýší samozřejmě biotické schopnosti nad úroveň dovednosti asadijské matriarchy, což zkrátí čas dobíjení jejich schopností. A nebo útočná, Samara vypilovala své smrtící dovednosti, zvýší poškození samozřejmě zbraně. Zase, viděl bych to spíš na ty schopnosti. Takže tam dáme moudrou. No, jdeme na to, ne? Ještě bouchačky. Samara používá útočnou pušku, vážně? To bych do ní neřekl. A samopal, no to se má. A Tali používá bročku, teda. A pistoli. No, možná, že... Ale ne, necháme i tuhletu brokovnici. Jo, jdeme na to.
This is Talizora Vasnima Naraya, requesting permission to dock with the Raya.
Our system has your ship flagged as Cerberus. Verify.
After time adrift among open stars, along tides of light and through shoals of dust, I will return to where I began.
Permission granted. Welcome home, Talizora.
We'd like a security and quarantine team to meet us. Our ship is not clean.
Understood. Approach
Ale
exterior
no
docking level
tak,
17.
zase taková špína tam není.
Captain Shepard, Talizora told me a lot about you. I wish we could be meeting under more pleasant circumstances.
Vážně? Moment, my nejsme kapitán vlastně, že jo? No jo, tak ne.
I've never actually reached the rank of captain. Technically, I'm no longer in the Alliance military at all.
You're the commander of the Normandy, responsible for the lives aborted. That entitles you to respect among our people. May you stand between your crew and harm as you lead them through the empty quarters of the stars.
Keela Salai. It's an old ship captain's blessing, Shepard.
Jo, Keela, jak to bylo dál? No jo, tak především mě zajímá, proč tady jsme.
What are the charges against Tali, Captain?
The charge is treason, and the punishment if she is found guilty is exile.
You know me, Captain. You know I never do that.
They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
Aktivní Gety? No teda... Co se všechno nedozvíme? Ta teda vyváděla. To jako fakt?
You sent Geth materials back to the migrant fleet?
Yes, my father was working on a project. He needed the materials. If I sent back something that was only damaged, not permanently inactive, no, I checked everything. I was careful.
Technically, I'm under orders to place Tali Zora under arrest pending the hearing. So, Tali, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations got underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in the Garden Plaza. Good luck.
No jako vážně přitáhne na flotilu Getty? I kdyby jenom po kouskách, tak krucinál, to ji snad muselo hrábnout. Každopádně máme tady zase nějaký nový kodex, teďka je to hodně. Na kvarianských vesmírných lodích jsou otevřené prostory jen zřídka, lodě života tvoří výjimku. Každá loď je masivním hydroponickým zařízením, v němž rostou tisíce tun geneticky modifikovaného obilí pod umělým osvětlením a ve vysoce přiživované půdě. No to musí být svinstvo. Povrch lodí života je osázen přistávacími porty, aby odtud co nejvíce raketoplánů mohlo denně rozvážet potraviny po celé flotile. Po doručení se obilí sterilizuje ozářením, rozemele se na nutriční pastu, která se poté pumpuje do kvarianských ochranných obleků krmnými hadičkami. Fuj! Naopak, odpadní produkty metabolismu se používají jako hnojivo a kompost a vrací se na lodě života účinným, i když zapáchajícím recyklačním programem. Kruci, já chci pryč. Na lodích života se nechovají žádná zvířata. Kvariané jsou vegani, ne kvůli etice, ale z praktických důvodů. Zajatá zvířata vyžadují prostor a spotřebují velké množství vody a rostlinné masy. Kvariané si takový neefektivní výdej surovin a kalorií nemohou dovolit. Nemluvě o potenciálu šíření nemocí a alergenů ze zvířat. Když flotila dorazí do věstné soustavy, kde je život založený na stejných pravotočivých aminokyselinách, jež konzumují kvariané, pasty vytvořené z živočišných proteinů okamžitě stoupnou na ceně a obchodníci jsou většinou ihned obklopeni kvariany, kteří touží po novém chuťovém zážitku, maso. Nepříjemné doprovodné jevy, které u kvarianů po takových radovákách následují, lze přirovnat ke kocovině v lidské kultuře. Jsou bolestivé, ale patří k celkovému požitku. Teda... To je věc. Tak půjdeme to tu omrknout, ne? Co znamená ty nápisy? A jak to, že nemůžeme zpátky na naši loď? V zájmu kvarianské bezpečnosti nesmí nikdo odejít, dokud nebude slyšení u konce. Hele, to se mi nelíbí.
You should speak with Admiral Ra. She's waiting for you up ahead.
Jo, tak já jdu.
I can't believe they're charging Tali Zora with such a thing.
If Tali Zora can't even get a Quarian captain to stand for her, she's as good as convicted.
To od nich nebylo pěkné.
Tali Zora vas Normandy. I am glad you came. I could delay them only so long.
Auntie Ron! Shepherd vas Normandy, this is Admiral Shalaron vas Tonbe. She's a friend of my father's. Wait, Ron, you called me vas Normandy.
I'm afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Nima.
Vážně? No doufám, že je to myšleno jako podsta, a to asi není. Ale náhodou naše loď je bezvadná.
I take it being associated with a human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exiled already.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as Tali Zora vas Nima. Whatever we must call you legally.
You're an admiral. Does that mean you're one of the judges?
I'm afraid not. My history with Tali and her father forced me to recuse myself.
I imagine father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my part, I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed, but I have no vote in the judgment.
I guess we should get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor? Someone who speaks for her side?
Indeed she does, Captain Shepard. She is part of your crew now, recognized by Quarian law. And remember, an accused is always represented by his or her ship's captain.
So, you would actually speak for my defense?
Já teda nevím, jo, myslím si, že na to nejsme úplně jako dělaní. Kdyby šlo se domluvit s použitím těch bouchaček, co máme na zádech, tak asi jo, ale takhle jako řečnit a obhajovat. No, nemáte tu někoho vhodnějšího?
Tali, I'm not a lawyer. Hell, everyone thinks I'm part of Cerberus. Do you really think I can help you?
They're trying to turn the crowd against me. That's why they changed my status to West Normandy. This whole trial is a farce.
You underestimate us, Tali. Do not forget that you have friends as well as enemies. I delayed their attempt to try you in absentia. I convinced them to allow a human into our midst. You still have a chance. Present the truth as best you can. It will have to be enough. Now come. I promised that I would not delay you. This conclave is brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Kill us alive. The accused Tali Zora of West Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against a charge of treason.
Objection! A human has no business at a hearing involving such sensitive military matters.
Then you should not have declared Tali crew of the Normandy, Admiral Chorus. By right as Tali's captain, Shepard must stay.
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard West Normandy, your crew member Tali Zora stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
Hájit? No, tak moment, musíme na to jít chytře, aby to nedopadlo nějak špatně. Už takhle to špatně vypadá. Mohli bychom dělat jako, že to fakt nemá žádný smysl, jo? Prostě to hrát na to, že už jsou rozhodnutí a třeba jim docvakne, že by mohli začít přemýšlet, ale to asi nebude to pravý. Mohli bychom, jakože si to strašně vážíme, ale mám takový pocit, že ani trochu. Takže zkusíme to spíš táhnout na to, co Tali v minulosti dokázala, jo? Podle mě to by mohla být šance, jak přesvědčit, že ať už provedla cokoliv, jestli to vážně provedla, ani nevíme, tak že to rozhodně nemyslela špatně a tak vůbec.
I shouldn't have to. When Tali helped me stop Saren and his Geth army, her actions spoke for themselves. Without her help, none of you would be alive to put her on trial today.
Well said, Shepard. None of us should forget Tali's contributions to the fleet.
Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the migrant fleet. What say you?
No já nevím. Třeba to udělala, co my víme, ale takhle. Já si myslím, že ne, jo, protože jako asi by si dávala pozor.
How could Tali have brought Geth to the fleet while serving on the Normandy?
To clarify, Shepard, Tali isn't accused of bringing back entire units, only parts that could spontaneously reactivate.
But I would never send active Geth to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
What are you talking about? What happened?
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai. Your father included.
What? Oh, Kila.
Teda, to bylo drsný, to vmíst do ksichtu zrovna teď. Ještě se rozpláče a bude mít v té masce dost těsno, aby se náhodou neutopila ve vlastních slzách. No ne, to od nich nebylo pěkný. Ale můžeme toho využít. V její prospěch.
I thought Kvarians valued family. How do you justify springing this on Tali in the middle of a damn trial?
Our apologies. Tali should have been informed.
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile...
I'm looking for my father, you bastet!
You intend to retake the Alarai from the Geth? This proposal is extremely dangerous.
Ale nebude tu ještě nějaká bitka? V ní bychom se mohli uplatnit. No, dobře. Jestliže teda půjdeme na tu loď a vyčistíme ty gety, bude se to brát jakože teda jako v podstatě svý obvinění napravila, jo, nebo jak? Ale v každém případě bychom tam asi měli jít.
You think Tali's helping the Geth? Maybe killing a few dozen will prove her loyalty.
We do not accuse Tali of aiding the Geth cause. We accuse her of carelessness that endangered the fleet.
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the Alarai. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. A shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai, Shepard. The Admiral sounds sure that my father is already dead, but... I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
Jo, možná bychom ještě měli něco probrat s ostatníma.
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the Admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
Jen klid. My jsme většinou docela přesvědčiví.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the Alarai, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Shepard, the secondary docking hangar is through the conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Understood.
Whatever Geth are on the Alarai have likely built more of themselves. Expect heavy resistance.
Asi tam bude veselo, no dobře. Ale je tu strašná spousta lidí, takže než tam vlítneme, opravdu by stalo za to nejprve promluvit s ostatními.
Loyalty to the fleet is about more than just killing Geth. Tali's orders guilty.
Doctor, those real? It's a husk, a collector minion.
No, Vitor, this is Shepard, a friend of Talizora's. Shepard rescued you from Freedom's Progress. Do you remember?
Shepard gave me the Cerberus. Too many questions, can't sleep, can't eat, wrong answers.
Poor Vitor. What did Cerberus do to him?
When they returned Vitor to us, he was suffering from malnutrition, exhaustion, dehydration, and the after effects of several drugs.
Ale no tak, může si za to sám. Kdyby nám byl ochoten všechno vyklopit, už když jsme ho tehdy našli na té kolonii, tak by to třeba takhle nedopadlo, ne?
Your patient was pretty disturbed when we found him. His health problems were effects of the Kolektor attack.
Shepard! You're trying to justify what Cerberus did?
To be fair, Talizora, most of the drugs I found in his system appear to have been from attempts to stabilize him and force a lucid state. It was brute force medicine, far less gentle than we would have preferred, but it was not physical torture.
It doesn't need to be.
No vidíš, byl narušený už prvé, no. To je toho.
I was told that Cerberus would just get him stabilized and get information from him.
Too many questions. Needles for wrong answers. Can't breathe. Suit's air not working. Can't breathe.
They said he would be safe. I knew we couldn't trust them.
Excuse me. Your presence seems to be disturbing my patient.
No dobře, no, tak možná jsme udělali nějakou tu chybu, že asi nebyl úplně dobrý nápad ho předávat tehda Kerberu, ale zase na druhou stranu to jsme nemohli tušit, nebo asi mohli, no, ale takhle. Jako mamlas pomatený se choval už když jsme ho našli poprvé. Tak třeba si za to opravdu může sám.
I didn't mean to upset him. I'll leave.
Doctor, is it time for the meds yet? I need my meds.
Not yet, Vitor. Soon.
Ubožák. No jo, no, to je celkem smutný, jak se nám naše rozhodnutí vrací jako bumerang. Ten asi nebude stát na naší straně, co?
Tali Zora, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarai. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
Pleasure to meet you, Commander Shepard. We owe you a debt of gratitude for your actions against the Geth.
Ale kdyby na to přišlo, tak tě klidně podmáznu, když to pomůže Tali.
Tali was with me. Saren and the Geth would have destroyed us all without her help.
Your political machinations are transparent, Commander. They are also unnecessary. If you and your father were actually experimenting on active Geth subjects, then you are simply idiots. No reason to waste resources on a trial. If not, then this was a tragic accident in the pursuit of a higher cause. Again, no trial is needed to determine that.
Škoda, ale za pokus to stálo.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm systems. Given the likely networked intelligence requirements for taking over a ship, expect between 10 and 50 units.
Then this can't have anything to do with me. I only sent parts and pieces, and certainly not enough to make that many Geth.
Sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Hangerel sees an enemy that must be crushed. Zalcorus would run away and hide on some new colony world. Shalaran is still undecided. I had thought Rael to be firmly in Han's camp, but if his experiments were on active Geth, perhaps we have ideas in common.
You support experiments on living creatures.
Rael should have felt no more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while performing surgery on a childhood toy.
The fact that you performed surgery on your childhood toys explains a great deal, Admiral.
A ship travels faster than I can. With the right programming, it can choose locations, even defend itself when attacked. But it is just a machine. It was built for the sole purpose of serving its master, and it can be dismantled whenever its master desires.
Bývávalo, Getové získali něco jako vědomí, bych řekl.
If we don't find Rael alive on the Alarai, what do you think will happen?
The power balance will be disrupted. Han loses a vote for his foolish and self-destructive war. That would favor peace then, as Shalaran is too careful to risk her own neck. But if the Admiral replacing Rael agrees with me, things could become very exciting.
Začínám se v tom nějak ztrácet. Strašně moc nových lidí a jejich různých zájmů a tak.
If you're not interested in this trial, why not recuse yourself?
And let that aging warship Hangerel and the cowardly Zalcorus be the ones to chart this course? I think not. The broader purpose underlying the trial is too important. Tali Zora is only peripherally related. No offense intended.
And what is the true purpose of this trial, Admiral?
To determine whether Quarians should fear their past mistakes or reclaim their glory using our natural affinity for artificial intelligence.
So the only reason you care about this is because Rael might have learned something valuable from the Geth.
Indeed. If he has, then even in this accident we may find something worthwhile.
You want to create new AIs?
No, Tali Zora. I wish to return the Geth to the control of their rightful masters, the Quarian race.
You're insane.
Tak se mi zdá, že ty Kvariani se prostě nepoučej. Oni si o to vyloženě říkají, aby je Gethové totálně vyhladili.
Thank you for the information.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Commander.
No, nemůžu říct to sami. Tak, co tu máme dál? Hele.
Rieger.
Shepard, Taliin, good to see you both. Wish you were under better circumstances.
What did they get from our readings?
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the sun on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
So that dark energy theory is right. That's troubling.
Can't really comment on that, ma'am. I just shoot things.
What are you doing aboard the Raya? It sounds like you gave your report to the Admiralty already.
Well, stayed to argue the charges against Taliin. I've served with her and she deserves better than what she's getting.
Thanks, Cal.
Just stating facts, ma'am.
Dobrý, aspoň jeden na naší straně.
Have you had any luck talking to the Admiralty board?
Admiral Ron asked my opinion about the Geth since I'd fought on Haystrom. She and Admiral Garrel are hoping you'll kill a bunch of Geth to get the crowd on your side, then find evidence to clear your name. They were hesitant, but, well, you didn't have many other options, ma'am. I recommended getting you onto the Alarai. I hope you can handle it.
You did the right thing. Thank you.
You said that your mission had something to do with dark energy?
Right. Remember the damn sun on Haystrom? Shorted out everything. Way too much radiation? The sun's getting old. Only it's not. Dark energy. It's reducing the mass of the star's interior. Techs are worried.
What does that dark energy buildup mean? Is it something we should worry about?
Sorry, Shepard, I don't know what it means. Just that it has the scientists worried.
Hopefully it's isolated, some rare phenomenon. If dark energy can destabilize solar material. Probably not something to worry about now. But resources in this galaxy are scarce enough without stars suddenly going dead.
Some days I think flying around in the fleet without a planet of our own is the right idea.
Do you think the Geth are responsible for what's happening to Haystrom's sun?
Keela, I hope not. If they can screw up a star, our chances in war are even worse than I thought.
I don't think this is the Geth. It would take massive time and resources to affect a star like this deliberately. It's too inefficient to be a weapon, and even the Geth wouldn't destroy a useful star system. Besides, they didn't show up until we did.
Yeah, hope you're right, man. Synthetic bastards are bad enough as it is.
To je divný. No ale dobrá.
Have you been, Rieger? You took kind of a beating on Haystrom.
Physical damage wasn't bad. I was down for about a week with infection, though. Figure I got off easy. I don't have to face those admirals.
With your immune systems, it couldn't be easy for Quarians to fight a war. You'd lose more people to infection than injury.
We can't afford a frontline attack, that's for sure. Have to fight smart. Ideally from orbit.
We do have stockpiles of antibiotics. It's not as though everyone would die from a single shot.
No, Shepard's right. You've only seen our strike ops tally. Don't have all the fancy equipment in a frontline fight. Supplies get strained. Things get ugly, fast.
We should get going.
Good luck on the Alarai. Stay safe out there.
Jo, jsou krogani, kteří unesou v podstatě jakýkoliv podmínky a bez problémů se na ně adaptujou. A pak jsou takový křupani, jako jsou Kvariani. Neměli by s tím něco dělat? Já nevím, možná by to chtěl najít nějakou planetu, která pro ně bude OK. Tam vylízt z těch obleků a začít pracovat na nějakým, řekněme, imunitním systému, protože tohleto podle mě jako... to je katastrofa. No, tady dole nic není, ale tady jsou ještě nějaký další.
You set me up, Shala. You told Captain Donna not to say anything? I don't hear that my father may be dead until I'm in the trial? Why?
The admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice, Tali. Otherwise, they might not have let you try to retake the Alarai. That is your best chance at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
Já bych řekl, že to nebylo špatně nahraný. Jo, takhle jako na city v podstatě nám nahráli na smeč.
At least someone here's looking out for Tali. Will retaking the Alarai really help her case?
Tali showing a desire to correct mistakes she may have made will make up for a lot of lost ground. But more importantly, you may find evidence of what happened. With luck, it will exonerate Tali from any wrongdoing.
I'm supposed to care about that now? All I want to do is find Father.
You should get to the Alarai soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
What can you tell us about the Alarai?
Not much, I'm afraid. Real Zora only said that he was researching new defense technology.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I found. I assumed he was testing weapons on Geth components.
We knew nothing until the Alarai sent a distress signal, then went dead. We didn't even know about the Geth until a boarding team was attacked.
You're saying there's no data about the inside of the ship?
That's exactly what I am saying. The Marines who survived and escaped saw bodies in the halls. We must assume the worst.
No, we don't.
How long have you known Tali's family?
Since before Real was an admiral. 25 or 30 years, I'd guess. I was there when Tali was born. Her mother and I had synced up our suits so we could be in the same open-air room. I was sick for a week, but it was worth it. I was the one who took Tali from her mother and put her in the bubble. She cried so hard.
Do bubliny?
I don't understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system through nursing and getting a suit of one's own.
The bubbles let parents take their children out of the clean rooms safely. We don't wear suits until adolescence.
There's a celebration when a child gets her first suit. It's a coming of age.
I'm not hearing much about Rail's involvement in Tali's life.
It's difficult to explain. I shouldn't.
It's all right, Anshala. No secrets between shipmates. I think I told Shepard about my father.
If you say so. Real was committed to the Quarian cause. That didn't leave him a lot of time for his family. He wanted to give Tali and her mother the home world, or a strong fleet at least. That was how he showed his love.
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the admirals?
Tali, you admitted to sending Geth parts to your father for his project.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its own. I took every possible precaution.
Then find records of your shipment and experiments. Something that proves you were careful. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have foreseen.
There seem to be some other arguments going on among the admirals.
You caught that? Yes, the Geth's presence makes this a touchy issue. The Admiralty Board is trying to determine whether to focus on colonial development or attempt to retake the home world.
You're thinking of war? With the Geth?
I am not, Tali, but others are.
Bezva způsob, jak se nechat vyhladit, jen tak dál.
I know the migrant fleet is formidable, but even you can't take on the Geth.
We grow tired of wandering the stars, Shepard. We want our world back. We have paid enough for our mistake. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you which way the wind is blowing.
We should move on.
Good luck on the Alarai.
Tak otevřená válka proti Gethům o svoji původní domovskou planetu. Ty Kvariani jsou blázni.
I didn't expect a human to be such a good speaker.
Jo, nandali jsme jim to.
Tali, I'm glad Admiral Rahn got you leave to hit the Alarai. Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
I'm more concerned with finding my father, Admiral.
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And your Captain Shepard? Admiral Hangarel Vasnima. To be honest, I was afraid a human would be too meek and humble. Watching you rail away at Admiral Corris, though, Tali's in good hands.
Jo, je důležitý se s tím nemazat. Neomlouváme se.
I get the sense you're inclined to believe the defense. I'm glad one of the judges is.
If you were only giving Rail inactive equipment for weapons tests, I've got no problem. We need to test weapons against Geth material. I know you and your father. You put too much of yourselves into this fleet to do anything to jeopardize our safety. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Nothing good. We sent some of our best Marines into that hellhole. Damn few made it back. Whatever Rail was doing, it blew up in his face. The ship is crawling with Geth. Don't go in expecting survivors.
Admiral, my father, your friend, is on that ship.
I know that, Tali, but if Shala hadn't suggested you might volunteer, we'd already have destroyed the Alarai. That's where we stand.
Can you tell me about the other admirals? Anything that might help me change their minds about Tali?
The one you didn't recognize, Tali, is Admiral Zen. She's on the fence. She takes fleet safety very seriously. On the other hand, she's always been in favor of studying the Geth. I hope she sees the benefits of Rail's research. Admiral Corris is the same whining suit wetter he always was.
Jo, už jsme s ním mluvili. To je ta, co chce ty Gety ovládnout. Opět.
You disagree with Admiral Corris's policies, I'm guessing. Or is it personal?
The man is a damn Geth apologist. Thinks we were wrong to try to destroy them centuries ago. He wants us to search for new colony possibilities instead of taking back the home world. Any research on the Geth makes him angry. You don't have much of a chance with him, I'm afraid.
You and Tali's father go back a long ways?
We served together on the gunship Yaska during a bad Batarian raid. We were kids, serving pre-pilgrimage as trainees. A crew of 10, and 6 were dead. Kinetic barriers were down. Rail and I were alone on the bridge, and the Batarians had drawn off a tramp freighter.
Did you save the freighter?
Our ship was under orders to hold position, but Rail looked at me and said, "We're underage. They can't charge us for breaking formation." He took the helm, I took weapons, and we brought that freighter back. The crew called us heroes. The brass called us idiots. They slapped medals on our suits, then kicked us off to pilgrimage a bit earlier than usual. That's Rail for you.
Sounds like we're dealing with more politics than just Tali bringing back equipment.
You noticed that, did you? Tali's father wasn't just running weapons tests on the Geth for fun. He was looking for something to give us an edge when we attacked the Geth in full-scale war.
I know Father wanted to retake the homeworld someday, but are we that close?
I don't know, kid. We almost had the votes. We just need to give people hope for victory.
I hope the Quarian people find some place to live, Admiral. But it sounds like you're playing with fire.
We're too comfortable now, Shepard. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy and we just ride around doing nothing.
We might need that fleet to help fight the Reapers, Admiral.
Then we need a world to shelter our non-combatants while we do it.
Thanks for the information.
Hang in there, kid.
Thank you, Admiral.
No jo, tak půjdeme ještě za tím Corrisem, ten je tady vedle.
Judging by your ability to play to a crowd, human, I have done Tali a favor by stripping Vas Nima from her name.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zalkoris Vas Quib. Do not ask about the name.
I take no pleasure in this, Tali, truly. You have gravely endangered and dishonored our fleet.
Kvib. Jméno.
You have a ship named Quib?
Oh, here we go.
Our people have, during difficult periods, purchased pre-owned vessels from other cultures, and have, on occasion, had difficulty altering the ship's registry information. The citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these names with grace and honor.
If it bothers you, maybe you should find another ship.
I've occasionally entertained the idea of requesting a transfer. Something with a nice, respectable name, like the Defrons or the Ictomy. But I am proud of the quip-quip. And I will not flee because of petty insults.
Ale jo, tak je to správně.
Can you tell me anything about the LRI?
Only that you should have let us destroy it. When we find the evidence of what Tali and her father did there, any hope of convincing the other admirals will die.
I did not bring active geth to the LRI, Admiral. I know how dangerous that would be. I only brought pieces.
The captured ship with its crew slaughtered by living beings in pain belies your argument.
What exactly is your problem with my crew member, Admiral?
I respect Tali immensely. Her actions against Sarah are not to be lauded. But, like her father, she wants nothing but the destruction of the Geth. The people we created. The people we wronged.
The Geth drove us from our homeworld.
Of course they did. We tried to kill them.
You and the other admirals appear to have some disagreements beyond Tali's trial.
You are correct. Tali, I apologize for it being brought into your proceedings. The other admirals are pushing for war. Railzora was researching new weapons to use against the Geth. They would see our fleet destroyed in the skies over our homeworld, rather than find a new colony and adapt.
Can the Quarians coexist with the Geth after all your history?
I don't know. We all deserve to find out. They are our children, Shepard. We have all done horrible things to each other, but it has to end. For both groups. That is why I cannot sanction whatever experiments you helped enable, Talizora. I believe this message needs to be sent.
I understand, Admiral. I do not agree with you, but I understand.
We should move on.
Goodbye, Talizora. Be well.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I don't hate you, Tali. I just think your father's plans for war were wrong.
Možná to není takový vůl. Totiž to mírové řešení mezi Kvarianama a Getama, kdyby bylo možné ho dosáhnout, tak by to asi bylo to nejlepší, ne? Ještě bychom mohli zkusit se vrátit zpátky k těm lidem, co byli tam u chodby k naší lodi. Jestli se nějak vyjádří k... Jo. To je všechno? No tak.
Even during the hearing, Talizora's first thought is to protect the fleet.
Jo, začínáme získávat podporu.
My father dead or trapped on the LRI. My name stripped? How could you not tell me this, Captain?
I'm sorry, Tali. I was under orders from Admiral Rand herself. I couldn't say anything. She wanted to get you onto the LRI. She said that the Admiralty Board needed to see your reactions. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Why did you post guards outside our ship?
Aside from the fact that your crew is Cerberus, technically it's under quarantine. Any accidental intership contact could sicken or kill our crew.
To se mi nějak nelíbí.
Why is the fleet here? A binary blue giant system isn't the most hospitable place in the galaxy.
Not if you're looking for a planet to land on. We've been doing a lot of deep-range travel. The bulk of the fleet is here to charge up using photovoltaic solar cells. We're running an ice mining operation at the Red Dwarf 6 light years off. They haul it here, and we melt it for water, or crack it into deuterium, hydrogen, and oxygen.
Who decides where the migrant fleet is going?
That's a more complex question than you might think. The Conclave votes on where we're going, but the Admiralty works out how we get there safely. Avoiding areas of piracy, scheduling resupply, that sort of thing.
Seems like you're cut out of the loop.
Raya has a representative in the Conclave, like every other ship. But me, personally, I don't get to say in anything that happens beyond my ship's hull. If my crew doesn't like the way things are going, we're free to leave the fleet at any time. Of course, since the Raya produces about a third of the fleet's food, they try to keep us happy.
We'll talk to you later, Captain.
No jo. Tak jo. Zpátky na loď teda nemůžeme. Nemůžeme se zbalit a vypadnout. Ale už teďka je jasný, že Ale no tak, tenhle ten quest je strašně dlouhý. Taková hromada keců a ještě se bude bojovat a potom nejspíš zase kecat a tak. No, trošku jsem doufal, že v dnešní epizodě stihneme alespoň 2, ale nevypadá to. Tak, půjdeme se na tu loď podívat. Doprava?
Talizora and her father are out of control. This is on their heads.
Další Kvariani.
I didn't expect a human to be such a good speaker.
Tak tamhle to je ono. Já na to teda moc dobře nevidím. Měli by si ty skla umejt.
Talizora Vasnima. Oh, sorry. I mean Vas Normandy.
No offense taken. The change in name was not my choice.
Per Admiral Rand's orders, the shuttle is prepared for you and Captain Shepard Vas Normandy.
Can you tell us anything about what we'll find on the Alarai?
I'm afraid I don't know much. Not many Marines made it back from the initial assault. They talked about massive waves of Geth, though. More than there should have been.
There shouldn't have been any at all.
Right. I mean that they're afraid the Geth are building or repairing more of themselves from materials on the Alarai.
Jakože rozebírají tu loď a z ní hnedka vytváří nový gety? Teda? Tomu říkám recyklace. No, tak asi není důvod se tu ještě zdržovat. Pojďme.
Let's head to the Alarai.
Of course. I'll unlock the shuttle now. Good luck with those Geth, Talizora. Kila Selai.
Konečně jsme tady. A konečně taky snad zažijeme nějakou akci. Tady nějaký tělo. To se tu válíš.
Get ready to fight.
No jo, to jsou Gethové.
Hit.
To je náš dron, nebo ta sonda? No ale dobře se dáváme. Jako všechny ty vylepšení, které děláme pro ty naše bouchačky a tak, je to pořádně znát. Co jsi jako myslel, že když je neviditelný, tak ho to nebude bolet? Zbouchali jsme ho a má dost. OK. To bychom měli. Tohle jsou kvarianský postele, vypadají úplně normálně. Prachy.
Something's slowing down the systems. We're taking down the firewalls to rebalance load distribution. Railzora ordered us to bypass standard safeties. Following security protocols will take too long.
To neznělo moc pěkně. Ale zároveň to vypadá, že jsme na stopě důkazů pro Taliinu nevinu. Zkusíme to tady. Ale jsou tam nějaký kvarianský penízky. Tak ty si vezmem. Budeme to brát jako takovou odměnu, že jim tady pomáháme.
This is one of the storage units I sent to Father. Looks like parts from a disabled repair drone, plus a reflex algorithm that I didn't recognize. I got this on Haystrom.
What made a part worth sending back to your father?
It had to be in working order, something that could be analyzed and integrated into other technology. Anything new had priority. Technology the Geth had developed themselves, signs of modification, clues to their thinking.
How did you get these things to your father?
Sometimes I left packages at secured drops in civilized areas. Someone on pilgrimage would see that it was shipped home. For very valuable finds, I'd signal home, and Father would send a small ship.
Haestrom was a war zone. How did you salvage gear in the middle of all that?
These suits have more pockets than you'd think. Quarians have learned how to salvage whatever we can, whenever we can. Within reason. We're not Vorcha, but we repair what most people would throw away. Hundreds of the ships in our fleet were salvaged wrecks, either found dead in space or purchased for next to nothing.
No jo, ty bys byla na smetišti jako doma.
Does that salvaged gear give you a clue as to what happened here?
No, I don't know. Shepard, I checked everything I sent here. I passed up great finds because they might be too dangerous, prone to uncontrolled reactivation or self-repair. I don't know which possibility is worse. That I got sloppy and sent something dangerous, or that Father actually did all this.
Ono to tak ale vypadá podle toho záznamu tam v té minulé místnosti. Porušení bezpečnostních... Ale tady jsou dvoje dveře, tak kudy máme jít? Tady je to nějaký malý. Ale něco tady bude. Ale to ovšem nebudou penízky, ale něco trochu jiného. Vynikající. Nový vylepšení. Tak, ale jinak tu nic nevidím. Jdeme dál.
Who's running the system diagnostic? I didn't authorize... Oh, Keela. How many get their networked?
All of them. Rail Zora.
Shut it down! Shut everything down! They're in the system!
Eyes up front.
Problémy?
This will occupy them.
A je po nich. Prachy? Další prachy. Kdo by to byl řekl, že Kvariani budou tak bohatý? Tamhle nějaký safe. To vypadá na další prachy. Pěkný.
We locked down navigation. Weapons are offline. Our mistake won't endanger the fleet. They're burning through the door. I don't have much time. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Jonah, if you get this, be strong for Daddy. Mommy loves you very much.
Ale doufám, že to Tali sbírá. Tohle jsou jasný důkazy její neviny.
Heads up. Soften them up. One down.
Možná by nebylo špatný jít na ně s bročkou. Máme tu novou, tak... A už se válí. Co jí to napadlo tam takhle běžet? Jdeme si to tady, zkusíme najít něco šikovného, ale tamhle. Palladium 2000, to je celkem dost. Další sejfík.
This console might have something. Most of the data is corrupted, but a few bits are left. They were performing experiments on Geth systems, looking for new ways to overcome Geth resistance to reprogramming.
Do you know what kind of tests your father was running?
No, Father just told me to send back any Geth technology I could find that wasn't a direct danger to the fleet. I suspected he might be testing weapons, but I thought he was just working on new ways to bypass shields or armor.
Do you think testing weapons on the Geth was right?
It's not testing weapons on prisoners, Shepard. I only sent Father parts. Even if he assembled them, they wouldn't be sapient. You saw what Saren and Sovereign did with the Geth. Any research that gives us an advantage is important.
Ale jo, to zase má pravdu, to chápu.
Could any of that data clear your name?
Doubtful. This is mostly results data, effects of different disruptive hacking techniques. I don't understand all of it. But they may have been activating the Geth deliberately. I don't know. Nothing here says specifically, but if they were, then Father was doing something terrible. What was all this, Father? You promised you'd build me a house on the homeworld. Was this going to bring us back home?
No, zdá se, že neměl takovej slib dávat. Nebo si alespoň měl dávat pozor na to, co může tohleto způsobit.
You'll reclaim your homeworld someday, Tali. If your father can't help you, I will.
Taking back our planet would only be the beginning. We'd have to cannibalize our fleet to rebuild cities and infrastructure. It would take generations of gene therapy to readapt our immune system so we could live without suits again. We'd be adapting our entire culture. Again. Sometimes I wonder if it's actually worth it.
No tak můžete vletět taky někam jinam. Třeba najdou jinou planetu, kde můžou tohleto podstoupit taky, ale bude to mínus válka s Getty a to se vyplatí.
Have the Kvarians considered colonizing a new world?
We'd have enough difficulty reacclimating to our own native environment. Adjusting for exposure to a foreign colony would be even harder. It's the difference between 60 years and 600. For anyone alive now to watch a sunset without a mask, we must take back our home. At the very least, we can take back one ship. Come on.
No jo, no jo. Což o to, já bych na jednu stranu jim přál, aby tu planetu získali zpátky. Ale zdá se mi, že Getové budou proti. Tohle je na bročku moc daleko.
Get them off their feet. Made contact. Hostiles, obstacle countermeasures.
Říkali nám 10 až 15 jednotek getů. Já je teda nepočítám, ale už jich je daleko víc. Kde se tam krucinál sebral? Jak se dostal tam nahoru? To teda čumím. Já si ho tam předtím vůbec nevšim. To vypadá, že opravdu na něco přišli.
Father! No. You always had a plan. Masked life signs or an onboard medical stasis program maybe. You wouldn't. They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't leave me to...
Hey, come here.
Damn it. I'm sorry.
You got nothing to be sorry about.
Maybe he would have known I'd come. Maybe he left a message.
Tali, if you are listening, then I am dead. The Geth have gone active. I don't have much time. Their main hub will be on the bridge. You'll need to destroy it to stop their VI processes from forming new neural links. Make sure Hangerel and Darozen see the data. They must.
Thanks, Dad.
To vypadá, že chtěl říct víc věcí, ale nějak ho přerušili.
You don't know how he would have ended that message.
Yes. I do. Come on. Let's finish this.
No, dobře. Asi máme jít nahoru. Hádám, že můstek bude nahoře. Ale tady něco je, teda tady toho je. Taková hromada. Peníze ze sejfu. Medigel. Tady nějaký těla, no to mě nezajímá. Další peníze ze sejfu. A ještě těžký náboje, který taky nepotřebujeme, ale nevadí. Tak půjdeme se podívat tam na ten můstek, ne? Nejdeme nevhod, Geti? Asi jo, co? Hele, no ne, to bych tady nečekal. Do naší sbírky, no tak vidíte, to ta výprava stála za to. To je ale hodně velký get. Asi by to chtělo bročku.
Weapons ready.
Jelvajs. Co je to za potvoru? Ten je nějaký tuhej. No, konečně se rozsypal, ty zmetku. To byla velká lampička. Vypadá to, že tu nic víc není. Jenom ten důkaz, který hledáme. Kdy si ho vzít?
This console is linked to the main hub Father mentioned. Disabling it shut down any geth we missed. It looks like some of the recordings remained intact. They'll tell us how this happened, what Father did.
You sound like you don't really want to hear it.
No. We have to. I know. This is terrible, Shepard. I don't want to know that he was part of this.
Do we have enough parts to bring more online?
Yes, the new shipment from your daughter will let us add 2 more geth to the network.
We're nearing a breakthrough on systemic viral attacks. Perhaps we should inform the Admiralty Board, just to be safe.
No. We're too close. I promised to build my daughter a house on the home world. I'm not going to sit and wait while the politicians argue.
We'd have an easier time of it if Taliin could send back more working material.
Absolutely not. I don't want Tali exposed to any political blowback. Leave Tali out of this. Assemble new geth with what we have. Bypass security protocols if need be.
To je naprosto dokonalý důkaz. Ha, ale asi je celkem smutný zjistit, že za to vlastně může její tatík. No jo, no. Prostě chtěl, aby to vyšlo. Tak strašně jí miloval, jo, je to dojemný. Až to stálo životy spousta jiných. No, to už tak dojemný není. To je spíš smutný. No ale je to to, co jsme hledali, ne? Ačkoliv to moc pěkně nevyznívalo.
Your father was deliberately networking the geth to sapiens to do weapons tests.
That breaks our most sacred laws. Laws that predate our flight from the homeworld. Everything here is his fault. I tried to pretend it didn't point to him, but this... When this comes up in the trial, they'll... We can't tell them. Not the admirals, not anyone.
Tak počkat. Když jim to neřekneme, tak bude přece odsouzená Tali. To nechcem. Jako... Jemu už to může být jedno, už je po smrti. A i když to vrhne na něj špatný světlo a tak vůbec, tak... proč by za to měla trpět ona? Jasně, že bychom to měli vytáhnout. Měli bychom říct všem pravdu, ať už je jakkoliv strašná.
Tali, without this evidence, you're looking at exile.
You think I don't know that? You think I want to live knowing that I can never see the fleet again? But I can't go back into that room and say that my father was the worst war criminal in our people's history. I cannot.
Rael'Zora doesn't need you to worry about him anymore. You heard him say he didn't want you to be caught in the politics.
You don't understand, Shepard. They would strike his name from the manifest of every ship he ever served on. He would be worse than an exile. He'd be a traitor to our people, held up for children as a monster in a cautionary tale. I can't let all the good he did be destroyed for this, Shepard.
We're not gonna decide anything here. Let's see what the admirals say once we get back.
You're my captain in this hearing, Shepard. It's your decision. But please, don't destroy what my father was. Come on. If we wait too long, they'll decide we're already dead, and none of this will matter.
No, ta nás teda postavila do úžasné situace. Když to řekneme, tak ji děsně naštvem. Když to neřekneme, tak ji vyhoděj. No nic.
We need to face facts. There has been no word.
Co to?
There is no reason to think Taliin survived.
It sounds like the hearing is already underway.
It's only been a few hours.
Shepard was right. Springing the information about Rael on Tali, we practically dared her to take back the Alarai. We killed her.
A pity Shepherd Vas Normandy is a better speaker than a soldier. I recommend posthumously exiling Talizora.
What?
It was agreed that Talizora would not be convicted if she were killed in action.
It was suggested, Admiral. I recall no agreement. To that end, I called for an immediate vote.
Hej, počkej, až tam přijdu.
Very well. Is the Admiralty Board prepared to render judgment?
Sorry we're late.
You didn't waste much time declaring us dead. Go get your ship.
We apologize, Shepherd. Your success in taking back the Alarai is very unexpected.
But also very welcome.
Did you find anything on the Alarai that could clarify what happened there?
Shepherd, please.
Does Captain Shepherd have any new evidence to submit to this hearing?
No. Kruciš. To je situace. No. Dokonce nemáme dost bodů těch modrých, abychom to vyřešili takhle. Ale můžeme to zkusit vyřešit po červený. Když nevím, jestli zrovna tohle to zabere, ale... Prostě rozjeli bychom tady pořádný cirkus. Obvinili je ze všeho možného a třeba by to klaplo. Snažím se najít nějaký kompromis, abychom ty důkazy nemuseli vytáhnout a zároveň, aby Taliin nebyla vyhoštěná. Zkusíme to.
Tali's achievements are the only evidence you should need. Come on, Tali. We're leaving.
What?
This is a formal proceeding.
Wrong, Admiral. This is a sham. You're trying to build sympathy for the Geth to forestall the war effort.
That is completely...
And you want all the messy experiments covered up so you can throw your fleet at the Geth. Do whatever you want with your toy ships, but leave my crew out of your political bullshit. We have no new evidence. You can accept Tali's word, or you can exile the woman who saved the Citadel from the Geth.
Are the admirals prepared to render the judgment? Talizora, in light of your history of service, we do not find sufficient evidence to convict. You are cleared of all charges. Commander Shepherd, please accept these gifts in appreciation for you taking the time to represent one of our people.
No teda... Není nad to udělat pořádný brajgl. Ale ještě se k tomu můžeme nějak vyjádřit po stránce té války. To je otázka. Podobně složitá, možná ještě víc než ta minulá. Já jako... To je trošku podobný jako s těma kroganama a genofágem a tak vůbec, ale... I když ta situace je hodně podobná, vlastně krogani si svým způsobem to zavinili sami, Kvariani jednoznačně taky, tak... Je pravdou, že v tom konfliktu s kroganama a dalšíma, tak... I ty krogani prostě mají něco do sebe, jo? Oni nejsou vyloženě špatný a tak vůbec. Ale to se tak úplně nedá říct o getech, protože to jsou všechno šílený vraždící stroje. Tudíž možná, že ta válka, pokud na to budou mít, není špatný nápad. Konec konců, kdyby tehda v Mass Effectu 1 Saren byl, kdyby nedokázal pro ten svůj boj získat gety, byl by potom daleko slabší.
With this trial over, I hope you can get back to more important matters, like taking your homeworld back from the Geth.
We'll drink a toast on the homeworld, Shepard. Mark my words.
This hearing is concluded. Go in peace, Taliin vas Normandy. Kila Salai.
I can't believe you pulled that off. What you said. It's been a while since anyone shouted down the Admiralty Board. I think it was good for them. Thank you for being there for my father and me. Even when... Thank you.
No, tu a tam je potřeba, aby někdo proplesknul.
Tali, about what your father said, what he did, you deserved better.
I got better, Shepard. I got you.
We can still go back in and get you exiled if you want.
Thanks, but I'm fine with things like this. It's fun watching you shout.
Jo, a my si to užíváme.
Come on, Taliin vas Normandy. Let's get back to our ship.
Thank you, Captain.
We can use this.
A je to úspěšně za námi, získali jsme takovou hromadu červených bodů, ale taky odměnu. Nějakou novou technologii, jakoby výzkum, posílení a tak vůbec. Ale ještě než půjde, mohli bychom s nima promluvit, možná, že se k tomu nějak vyjádřejí. Takhle to ne.
Very impressive speech, Commander Shepard. But tell me truly, did you recover any of Rael Zora's research on the Alarai?
Nothing that will help you, Admiral.
Pity. Oh well. Whatever is created can be recreated. In any event, I am pleased that our talk regarding the war conundrum allowed you to help Tali. Her exile would have been unfortunate.
You should abandon your plans, Admiral. They're only going to make the situation worse.
We shall see, Commander. Many things are impossible until they are done.
Já si nemyslím, že porazit Gety tím, že zkusí opět ovládnout, je dobrý řešení.
Damn, Shepard, been a while since I saw anyone rail at the admirals like that. Guess they can't court-martial you, though. Glad they're off your back, ma'am. And that you didn't have to give them that evidence you found on the LRI.
I didn't say anything about finding evidence, Carl.
Noticed that, ma'am.
What's your take on the war? Are the Admirals gonna try to retake the homeworld?
I won't shy away from a fight, but if the Admirals throw the fleet at the Geth, all they'll get back is scrap metal. The best bet would be for us to find another way. But a soldier can't say unless his superiors ask.
Any idea what your next assignment is going to be?
I'm going to be escorting more techs around to look for signs of dark energy buildup. Maybe see if they can figure out what's causing it. Wherever they send me, it'll have to be less exciting than Haystrom.
Stay safe out there, Rieger.
You too, Shepard. Ma'am.
Carl, just call me Tali.
I'll work on that, ma'am.
Koho tu máme dál?
But there are lots more Geth out there that need killing.
The Admirals thought they were humbling you by forcing you to represent her, Shepard. I'm glad they were wrong. You didn't mention survivors. Did you find real Tali? I am sure he would have left you a message if he'd had time.
No, opravdu je to otázka na nás? Ale tak asi jo.
We found Rael's body. He left a message for Tali.
I can only imagine how horrible this is for you, child. But at least you got to hear your father tell you he loved you.
Yes. Thank you, Admiral.
Good luck on your mission. No matter how dark it gets, the fleet is always with you. Kila Salai.
I knew they wouldn't exile Taliin.
You called us on the carpet out there, Shepard, and you were right. Thank you. Tali shouldn't have been involved in that argument. Tell me, though, honestly, what did you find over there? You spoke well, but I know a feint when I see it.
Oh. Ale no tak. To jsme tak průhledný. Jo, měla by to říct Tali. Pokud chce říct pravdu jemu, tak ať to řekne.
Tali, is there anything the Admiral should know?
We found a lot of dead bodies, Admiral. Including my father's, that's all. Whatever research they were doing was destroyed.
I'll take your word for it, Tali. Not that I have much choice. Fight well and fly safe, kid. Your father would be proud of you.
No, to jsem teda čekal, že alespoň naznačí. Konec konců tohle byl asi nejbližší přítel jejího tatíka. A je to její věc.
Very impressive, Shepard. Thank you for your help on the Alarai. And thank you for helping Raelzora's daughter. You stood for her when we failed. We were wrong to let our own concerns about the war overshadow Tali's trial.
No tak. Asi bychom si měli stát za svým názorem, co jsme řekli předtím. Všem, ne? Ale zase na druhou stranu... Ne. No jo.
The Geth aren't going away, Admiral. The best hope for your people is to retake your home world.
I would argue that the best hope for our people is not to be destroyed in a senseless war. But I fear I am in the minority. Goodbye, Commander. And good luck.
Ale s rozumem. Jít do války s tím, že je Gethové zlikvidují do jednoho, to není správné řešení. Pokud nebude šance nějak pořádně velká, tak radši ne. A doufám, že na ty naše názory nebudou moc hledět, ale to už se nás netýká.
Tali and Shepard are good at killing synthetics. Glad they're on our side.
A war with the Geth would be a disaster. We'd never retake the home world.
Něco na tom asi bude.
Congratulations, Talizora. I was skeptical about your choice in captains, but I see now that I was wrong.
Thank you, Captain. I'm just glad that this is over.
You'll always have a place on the Raya, whenever you decide to come home. Good luck out there.
No, konečně je to za námi. Talizora byla zproštěna veškeré viny a její důvěra v šepku zajišťuje její oddanost misi. Politické důsledky kvarianské válečné snahy jsou znepokojivé. Kvarianské jednotky budou zřejmě potřeba proti smrťákům. Nelze riskovat další nestabilitu. Získala novou schopnost, nový obleček a taky máme nějakou technologii, hromadu kreditu, 45 000 a nějaký paládium. No, i když to byla opravdu velmi dlouhá mise, asi bych řekl, že spíš vůbec nejdelší osobní úkol ze všech, tak jsem rád, že to máme za sebou. A i když jsem původně plánoval, že v dnešní epizodě to stihneme rozhodně víc, tak to na to moc nevypadá. Takže bych to viděl tak, že jenom dokončíme situaci, promluvíme s Tali a tak a... hotovo. Stále naživu od detektivky Anaje. Zdravím vás, veliteli. Nejsem si úplně jistá, zda tento dopis dostanete, ale ještě jednou bych vám ráda poděkovala za vaši pomoc se Samarou. Činnost žoldáků z Eklipse tady v okolí utichla a moji nadřízení se také stáhli. Netuším, jestli to spolu souvisí, ale doufám, že až příště potkám Džastikárku, budu jí moct prokázat úctu, jakou si zaslouží. Pořád se mi nechce věřit, že jsem pracovala na případu s jednou z nich. Jste šťastný člověk. Pokud se mi podaří zjistit něco dalšího o jejím cíli, okamžitě vám to pošlu. Díky, detektiv Anaja, Ilijský policejní sbor. Jo, hezký, no. Skočíme za Jokerem.
I'm glad that mess is over for Tali, Commander. Some of those Kvarians. I guess living your whole life aboard a ship can really mess with your priorities. Not that I would know. I'll just burn myself. Great.
So, how do you think we're doing?
Well, the Normandy's good. Everything's upgraded and better than ever. If we're talking about the crew, you'd probably have to ask a people person.
Jo, začíná to být lepší a lepší.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last. Samara feels like she could shoot me in a very tranquil way, which does not make me feel any better about it. Well, I always liked Tali, so let's just move on. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Mohli bychom tady Tali šoupnout ten nový obleček, protože právě získala další. No, zase tak velká změna to není. A půjdeme s ní hodit kus řeči.
Keela, I'm sorry I dragged you into Kvarian politics. All that infighting, seeing what my father did. You were the only one there for me, Shepard. The only cover I had against that storm.
Jo, co máš pořád s tou Keelou?
Are Kvarian politics always like that?
No. Sometimes it can actually get unpleasant. We're a very social people, Shepard. We have to be, to make up for being stuck in these suits. And part of that means getting involved in each other's business.
I imagine they're trying to fill your father's spot on the Admiralty board. What will that do to the balance of power?
I have no idea. Being exiled might have made it easier. A few people are suggesting me as a candidate. Replacing an admiral takes time, though. You may not have noticed, but Kvarians like to debate.
The whole trial was insulting. You should have had time to mourn your father.
I don't think life is about what you deserve, but my father would be honored that I chose to mourn him by blowing up a lot of gas. I should get back to work, but thanks for checking on me. Shepard, what can I do for you?
Can you do anything to give the Normandy an edge over a collector ship?
My shield fortification will help, but I don't think there is much more I can do.
Ty štíty už máme.
Have you got time to talk?
I really need to clean up this engine. Maybe later?
Ale no tak, motor počká, špína taky.
I'll let you work.
Tak nic.
Talk to you later.
Co se dá
So,
dělat?
Gabby, what do you think of our new Quarian boss?
Hush, she's right over there.
She can't hear us with her head in that bucket. Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful bucket. The whole suit is lovely, quite snug in all the right places.
You know I can hear you.
Huh.
Kýbl. Jo, tak nějak to vypadá. No a co teď? Mohli bychom ještě skočit za Samarou, co z ní vypadne dalšího? Jestli vůbec něco?
I am glad you came. I must ask for your help. That is not easy for me.
Vážně? No, tak na sebe nespěchej.
It's alright. Just tell me what you need.
When we met on Ilium, I told you about a very dangerous person I was pursuing. Using the information you obtained, I have located her. She's been going by the name Morinth. I would like to apprehend her before she disappears again.
Aha. Se dalo čekat, že to nebude jen tak. A kdo to je?
Didn't you say you'd pick up her trail after our mission?
I know where she is, right now. In a month, she may be gone. This is the best opportunity I've ever had.
Where is she?
Omega, a nightclub called Afterlife, which seems a perfect place for her to hunt.
Jo, má ráda party.
How important is this?
Killing her has been my focus for 400 years. It is the most important thing in my life, and the reason I became a Justicar.
4 století? Oh, sakra. No, to je dost dlouhá doba.
Tell me about her.
She is an Ardat Yakshi. It is a term from a dead Asari dialect. It means demon of the night winds, but that is mythology. She is simply a very dangerous woman who kills without mercy.
No, tak to děláme obě, ne? Jako naše šepka i ona, tady Samara. Takže to asi nebude ten hlavní důvod, proč je tak špatná, takže...
You're dangerous too.
As are you. But she is different. Morinth suffers a rare genetic disorder. When she mates with you, there is no gentle melding of nervous systems. She overpowers yours, burns it out, hemorrhages your brain. You end up a mindless shell, and soon after, you are dead.
No, teda...
Why isn't this ever mentioned in Asari literature or art?
When we were primitive, there was much fascination with Ardat Yakshi. Some cultures worshipped them as gods of destruction. Now the Asari have a place in the galaxy, and they don't wish this defect to be widely known. As far as I know, only 3 exist today. 2 chose a life of seclusion. The 3rd ran.
Morinth.
She ran, and I am sworn to kill her.
Pokud to dokáže nějak ovládat a nemá potřebu někoho zabíjet, tak v tom nic zase až tak špatného nevidím. Jak často to jako dělá?
I don't know that I blame her for running.
When she fled, she proved her addiction. She was not taking a great moral stand. She simply wants to keep killing. She is a tragic figure, but not a sympathetic one.
Can't she abstain?
Each encounter gives her strength. The effect is narcotic. The more she does it, the more she needs to do it. She will never stop. She can't.
So you hunt down these Asari just because they're born with a genetic condition?
It manifests with maturity. When one is diagnosed, she is offered the chance to live in seclusion and comfort. If she refuses, it shows her addiction to the ecstasy she gets from killing her mates. There is no redemption for such a person.
They have to choose between prison and death.
It is an addictive condition. Remember how adaptive we are. If Morinth does not want to be cured, she won't be.
No dobře, ale tak moje osobní věc to není. Tedy jako pokud neohrozí nás osobně, tak nevidím důvod snažit se ji zlikvidovat.
Isn't she only deadly to the people she mates with?
Each time she kills, she becomes stronger, smarter, and faster. And she's been doing this for 400 years. She confuses her victims, twists their feelings. They will do anything for her favor.
Aha, no. Ale tak stejně by mě zajímalo, kolik teda za ty 400 let asi tak zabila lidí. 4, 40, 4000, kolik asi? No nic, budeme se tomu příležitostně věnovat.
We need to stop her.
Thank you, Commander. There are no words to express what this means to me. There is one thing more. This creature, this monster. She is my daughter.
Myslíš, že tímhle měla začít? Totiž to mně přijde dost zásadní.
You said this is genetic. How many children do you have?
3. And 3 Ardat Yakshi are in existence today. It is as it sounds. Morinth was always the wild one. She was happy and free, but selfish.
I needed to know this a long time ago.
I present no danger to anyone besides my own children. And this is not easy to speak of, even 400 years after I learned it. My daughter's condition is my fault, and my redemption lies in killing her. Do not pity me. Simply understand my situation.
Já to... Ale tak ona za to přece nemůže, ne? Jako myslím, Samara nemůže za to, co dělá její dcera.
How did all this happen?
I spent my youth on the move, adventuring. I killed people, mated with them, or just danced the night away. I learned so much, experienced so much, and then my matron days came. I could finally sit back, bask and enjoy my family. But in one moment, it was all taken away.
No, to se tak stává. Jako co my máme říkat jako člověk? Oni mají tu výhodu, že si tyhle ty období mohou užívat stovky let.
Sounds terrible.
I sat in a med lab while a nearsighted doctor droned at me, and I learned that nothing was as I thought it would be. I gave up all that I possessed. I own nothing, claim nothing. All my knowledge will die with me. Now my purpose is to destroy my own children.
You either get stuck in your past or forget it and move on.
I am not stuck in my past. I am out to rectify it. Help me find my long-lost daughter. And kill her.
No. Tak jo.
We'll go find Morinth.
Teda tohleto vypadá mimořádně zajímavě. A dost děsivě a tak vůbec. Máme o tom nějaký podrobnější záznamy v kodexu a je pravdou, že mě to hodně zajímá. Pojďme se na to podívat. Jo, tady je to. Takže Ardat Jakši, nebo tak nějak to říkali, démon nočních větrů. Jsou Asariky trpící vrozenou genetickou vadou, která jim znemožňuje konvenční slučování nervových soustav během dospívání. Následkem čehož Ardat Jakši doslova elektrochemicky vyrábuje nervovou soustavu svých partnerů, kteří v extrémních případech končí ve vegetativním stavu nebo umírají. Asarijští psychologové považují tuto nezpůsobilost k mentálnímu spojení jako překážku vývoje empatie, jež dříve či později vyústí v těžkou formu psychózy. Není zde známá žádná léčba. Porucha se obecně začíná projevovat už během raného dětství a plného patologického efektu nabírá v období pubertálního a sexuálního vývoje dívek. Přestože je pro ně sex stejně důležitý jako pro ostatní Asariky, jsou Ardat Jakši od přírody neplodné. Aha, takže se to nemůže alespoň dál šířit. To je výhoda. Prastará asarijská mytologie na Ardat Jakši pamatuje jako na bohyně destrukce a uvádí je v bezpočtu legend a asarijských písní jako antihrdinky. Navzdory obecnému povědomí nejsou Ardat Jakši ve svém výskytu nějak vzácné. Jejich počet odpovídá přibližně 1% všech Asarijek. A nemusí mít ani vražedné sklony. Většina z nich nejprve udržuje a v zápěti ničí během svých zcela legálních životů nespočet vztahů. Navzdory povídačkám o syndikátech Ardat Jakši je většina jejich zástupců od přírody neschopná dlouhodobější spolupráce. Jako neskutečně bohatý druh se snaží Asariky zaměstnat celá média a navodit dojem, že patologické sklony Ardat Jakši jsou pouhou odchylkou. Většinu Ardat Jakši tak umístí do sledovaných pracovních programů nebo je zcela vyloučí. Pouze nejagresivnější z případů končí v lékařské péči v sanatorii nebo ve vězení či na listině držastikárek. No, vynikající. Tak to bude veselostní, až ji potkáme. Ale nebude to tak hned, jak je vidno. Vrátíme se nahoru. A tím bychom měli tuhletu epizodu zabalit. Jo, jako s tou Tali to bylo strašně dlouhý. To znamená, že další osobní úkoly, ať už Taliina nebo tady ty Samary, si necháme zase na další díl. Tudíž já vám děkuji za pozornost, doufám, že to stálo za to, ačkoliv uznávám, že zrovna Tali jako postava je dobrá. To jo, ale přijde mi, že to vrtání se v tom životě Kvarianů bylo v prvním díle dost podrobně rozebíraný a tady je to znova, takže se to hodně jakoby opakuje. Ačkoliv ta jejich následující válka proti těm getům by mohla být zajímavá, ale toho už se my asi nedočkáme. Tak uvidíme, co nás bude čekat alespoň příště.